I bet you didn't know too much about sloths, just like me. But here are 5 fun facts about sloths that you probably didn't know. Let's get into it. No, 1. They're not actually that slow. Even though we use the phrase slow like a sloth all the time, sloths are actually pretty quick when they need to be. Like other climbing animals, they can move quickly on all fours, getting up to speeds of 35 miles per hour. That's faster than most humans. However, because they spend most of their time hanging upside down from trees, their speed is greatly reduced. In the wild, sloths have been clocked at just 0.05 miles per hour, which is about as fast as you could walk if you were carrying a backpack full of bricks. The reason for this is because sloths have to constantly work to keep their bodies upright when they hanging upside down. This takes a lot of energy, which is why they're so slow when they're hanging around. But don't be fooled by their cute, slow-moving appearance. If a sloth wants to get somewhere fast, it can definitely get there quickly. 2. There are 2 types of sloths, and they're not the same. There are 2 main types of sloths, 2-toed and 3-toed. Danned. As their names suggest, they can be identified by the number of toes on their hands and feet. 3-toed sloths have 3 toes on each hand and each foot, while 2-toed sloths have 2 toes on each hand and foot. This might seem like a pretty obvious difference, but there are other differences between these 2 types of sloths that you might not know about. For example, 3-toed sloths are generally larger than 2-toed sloths, and they have longer arms and legs. This makes them better climbers, but it also means that they need more food to stay active. Because of this, 3-toed sloths tend to live in areas with more trees and vegetation, so that they can find enough food to eat. 2-toed sloths, on the other hand, are smaller and have shorter limbs, but they're still great at climbing. They tend to live in areas with less vegetation, so they have to conserve energy to make sure that they don't run out of energy before they can find some food. Despite their differences, both types of sloths are equally adorable. 3. Sloths have algae growing on them. Have you ever seen an animal with algae growing on its back? Well, sloths are one of the few animals that have algae growing on their bodies. But why would an animal want algae growing on its back? Well, the answer might surprise you. You see, the algae that grows on sloths is green, and green is the color of leaves. This helps the sloths camouflage themselves against the trees when they're hanging upside down. It also helps them stay cool in the hot sun. Plus, the algae provides the sloths with a little bit of food, so it's a win-win situation for everyone involved. Just imagine having your very own personal salad bar on your back. 4. A group of male sloths is called a barrel of sloths. I don't know who came up with these names, but I agree that it is quite fitting. Picture this, a bunch of sloths hanging out in a tree, doing their sloth thing. It's like a party in the trees. Maybe they're celebrating with some algae smoothies and discussing the latest news in the sloth community. Who knows? All I know is that I would love to be a part of this sloth barrel. No, 5 sloths can hold their breath underwater for up to 40 minutes. Yeah, you heard that right. Sloths can stay underwater for almost an hour. How do they do it? Well, sloths have special adaptations that allow them to slow their metabolism down underwater. This means that they don't need to breathe as often, which allows them to stay underwater for longer periods of time. But why would a sloth want to spend so much time underwater? Well, it turns out that sloths are surprisingly good swimmers. They use their long limbs to paddle through the water, and their claws help them keep their balance. So next time you're at the pool, don't be surprised if you see a sloth doing some underwater yoga. Well, there you have it. 5 fun facts about sloths that you probably didn't know. I know I certainly didn't. So how about you? Did you learn anything new about sloths? Do you have any fun facts about sloths that I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.